Good day, sir. My name is Ha Yun Hui and my matrix number is 292974. Now I'll present about our title, The Trade-off Between the Part-Time Job and Academic Outcome Among the UM Students. The first is abstract. The abstract is discuss about the trade-off between the part-time work and academic outcome among the UM students. Next is chapter 1. In the introductions, we discuss about the background and context of part-time job and academic outcome, followed by an exploration of research problem, question, and objective. Finally, address the significance and limitation of the studies. 1.2 is problem statement. In the problem statement, we focus on how students can maintain a good academic performance while working part-time, mainly how students balance the part-time job with the academic performance. 1.3 is research question and 1.4 is research objective. The first objective is to investigate the demographic characteristic of students in UUM to examine whether the gender difference influence the three factors that affect the academic performance on UM students, to study whether the financial support difference influence the three factors that affect the academic performance in UUM, and the fourth is to examine the significant relationship between the independent variables to the academic performance. And next is chapter 2. In the chapter 2, we discuss about the literature review and the empirical review. We will focus on the four factors, which is time factor, financial factor, employability factor, and the academic performance. Time factor can define as the type of time management that is effective using the times. The financial factor is referred to the financial, which more to income and the budget constraints. The employability factors refer to the skill and attitudes that the individual possess that make them attract to the employers. And the last is academic performance, refer to the student perform in the grades. Chapter 2 contains one part about the hypothesis, but I will explain later on the chapter 4. Now is chapter 3. On the introduction, this chapter covers 5 key aspects of the study design, including the section of research design, measurement of variable research instrument, and the data collection procedures. 3.2 is about the framework. In the research framework, we study the links between the independent variable and the dependent variables. 3.3, the research design. We survey the primary data by the Google Forms. Type of studies. This study will explore both a quantitative approach and descriptive research methodology. The source of data, we're using the primary data to do the research. We analyze the data that obtained by using the SPSS. Unit of analysis. The target group consists of students from the different college, school, and program in UUMs. Population frames. The total target population frames for the study is 70,016 students in UUMs. The sample and the sampling techniques. We're using a random sampling model to complete the research. And 3.4 is the questionnaire designs. This contains 5 sections, which is 45 questions from the section A to E, which is demographic profiles, information, time factor, financial factor, employability, and the performance sectors. 3.5 is about the measurements of the variables. And 3.6 is instrument. In this part, the researchers start the instrument by asking the 5 demographic factors that are related to each respondent, such as age, gender, race, cumulative grade, point, average, and schools. From the section B to the section E, 5 points like scale was used, starting with 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. And then is 3.7. 3.7 is about the data collection procedures. We use a questionnaire, which is Google Form, by sharing through the social medias, which is WhatsApp and Telegram, to obtain the data. Every respondent was given 10 to 5 minutes to answer the questionnaire. 3.8 is data analysis technique. In this study, we use the four techniques to analyze the data, which is descriptive analysis, independent sample t-test, one-way ANOVA, and multiple regression analysis. Okay, the next part is chapter 4. In chapter 4, I will present about the outcome from the study. We perform the three tests, which is independent sample t-test, one-way ANOVA, and multiple regressions. The 4.2 is demographic backgrounds. In the demographic backgrounds, we have 200 respondents. It includes the data such as gender, age, CGPA, and faculties. 4.3 is about the descriptive statistics. This study will use the 200 valid questionnaire to analyze the various variables. If the mean score is less than 3, it classified as a low, but if the mean score is greater than 5, it's classified as high. If the mean score is between 3 and 5, it's classified as a moderate. Through the SPSS, we obtain the data outcomes of the mean. Mean of the time factor is 3.9650 to the mean of employability 4.1845. So as we can see, the factor range from the 3.9560 to 4.1845. So these four means are classified as moderate. The next part is 4.4, independent sample t-test. We use the independent sample t-test to test the hypothesis to address the second objective. We set both null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis for the three independent variables, which is time factor, financial factor, and employability factors. For the null hypothesis, mean of male equal to mean of females. For the alternative hypothesis, mean of males are not equal to the mean of females. For the time factor, mean of score is 3 point. Okay, for the time factors, the mean of score of the female is lower than the males. Based on the assumptions, the P is greater than the 10% significant level, so HO should be rejected. For the financial sectors, the mean of males is greater than the females. So based on the assumptions, P is greater than the 10% significant level, so HOB should be rejected. And for the last one is employability factors. The mean of male is higher than the mean of score of females based on the assumptions. P is larger than 10% significant level, so HOC should be rejected. The next part is one-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA analysis will conduct to determine whether there is a significant relationship between the financial support and the three factors. The primary source of the financial support consists of parent scholarship, part-time work, and the others. We set the null hypothesis mean there is no significant difference in the factors for financial support, and the alternative hypothesis mean there is significant difference in the factor for financial support. For the time factor, the result is no significant time factor for the difference financial support. The p-value is 0.491, which is greater than 10% significant level, so HOA should not be rejected. The second is financial factors. There is significant difference in income factor for difference financial support. The p-value is 0.073, which is smaller than 10% significant level, so HOB should be rejected. For employabilities, there is no significant level difference in the employability factor for different financial support among the students. P-value is 0.480, which is larger than the 10% significant level, so HOC should not be rejected. The next part is multiple regression analysis. Multiple regressions is based on a multiple independent variable to predict the dependent variables. Then this is the multiple regression equations. We obtain R squared, which is 0.577, and the F, which is 89.038 by using the SPSS. We set the null hypothesis equal to 3 factor has no significance with the academic performance, and the alternative hypothesis equal to 3 factor has significance relationship with the academic performance. For the time factors, coefficient is 0.323, which means 1 unit increase in the time factors lead to a 0.323 unit increase in the academic performance. Since the P is smaller, so we reject the HOA. And the second is financial factor. Coefficient is 0.290, which means 1 unit increase in the financial sector lead to 0.290 unit increase in the academic performance. Since P is smaller than the significant level, so we reject the HOB. For the last one is employability factors. Coefficient is 0.257, which means 1 unit increase in the employability factors lead to a 0.257 increase in academic performance. Since the P is smaller, so we reject the HOC. At the 10% significant level, the three independent variables, which are time factors, financial factors, and the employability factors, have a significant positive relationship with the academic performance. And the last chapter is chapter 5, conclusion and the recommendations. In this chapter, the researcher will discuss the finding of the study and given the future recommendations. 5.2.1. For the time factor, the mean score for the male is greater than the female. This outcome shows that the male student is more confident in the time management than the female students. For the financial factors, the mean score of the male on financial sector is higher than the females. Therefore, the male students consider themselves are better on the financial management than the female students. And for the employability factor, there's no significance between the gender employability factor among the UM students. And the next part is 5.2.2. For the time factors and employability factors, there is no significance between the financial support and both time factor and employability factors among the UM students. But for the financial factors, there is a significant among the financial support and financial factors. The outcome show that the financial support has an impact on the financial factors. 5.2.3. For time factors, it shows a strong positive correlation on academic performance. This means the time factor has a significant positive relationship with the academic performance. For the financial factors, it shows a strong positive correlation on the academic performance. This means financial factors has a significant positive relationship with the academic performance. And for the employability performance, it shows a strong positive correlation on academic performance. This means that employability factors has a significant positive relationship with the academic performance. The next is 5.3, implication of the study. This study contribute for the college students, parent, government, and society. For the students, the study contribute how balance the part-time work and the academic performance. For the parents, this study help parents know about their children's. For governments, the study help government better understand problem facing by the college student in their life and propose way to improve them. And for the society, the study help the society understand the living and need of the college students and help them improve the ability. And 5.4 is limitation of studies. This part contains 4 limitations, which is sample size, factor bias, short terms, frameworks, and cultural institution. The first limitation is the sample size. This is because the researcher topic is limited to the student in UUM. The second limitation is the factor bias. The researcher topic only use the 3 factors, may ignore or fail to find others or more accurate factors. The third factor is short-term framework. The short-term framework means that the time for the study is very limited. And the last limitation is the culture and institutions. Different environment has different system and culture. This may lead to a bias in the data. And the 5.5 is recommendation for the future research. The researcher recommended for the future research are that a more accurate and the detailed framework should be used in the analysis. In conclusion, the study investigate the impact on the 3 independent variables, which is time factor, financial factor, and employability factor on the dependent variable, which is academic performance. In short, the study achieved the experimental objective. Thank you.